surpassing Shannon Sharp's 2002 mark of 214 yards by a tight end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago.
12 carries, 55 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And that is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, as built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
19.
They go play action with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the
hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
To throw is Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On first down, Wilson. Open man is Uzomah.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Oh, nice move. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands. And he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. They take the lead here at 7-6. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another run with Sanders. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle. The way he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
The Eagles hit 3-1 here through their first 4 games, and they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Delayed game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And some room to roam now. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
And this one too low.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Let's go now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hurts.
To the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hold the stick.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Throwing is Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So we've reached halftime here.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Come on, come on. 18 rattle.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They go play action with Hurts.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
John Franklin Myers
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
19
But 1st down, Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles are back within a score. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football and keep playing their game.
Popular down near the goal line. Quick slam. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Throwing again here, Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Hall. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes.
T.J. Edwards drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he returns this to the 22. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 8, 2:23 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Check pass.
Hurts will throw.
Steps away. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
And New York set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Throwing now is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give them an 8-point lead here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So now the focus shifts to the Jets, trailing in this one now. A little under 50 seconds to go.
This pass out wide to Hall. Finding space at the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He'll look to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And he's got it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Come on, come on.
They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.